we thought it'd be fun to come on here and show you how we do kind of like a peach cobbler topping. First, you want to get a peach that's very ripe. I highly recommend a farmer's market, fruit side stand, any place where you can get a nice, fresh, actually ripe peach, not from the store. These are actually grown on our tree. They are bruised, but actually that is perfect because that's when you're going to get the most juice. It's not going to matter once it's cooked up. And I like to peel it right over the pan. So look at all that juice. Can you guys see that juice? Yeah, it's beautiful. Look at that. It is a red, beautiful juice. That's going to make such a flavorful, delicious topping. So I just peel it right over the pan. I'm going to slice it. Look at that. Beautiful. Looks good, huh? So again, you could cut the bruise off if you want. It doesn't bother me. Again, it's going to get cooked up. It's going to be delicious. If you have a ripe peach, the skin is just very easily going to come right off. You don't lose any of the flesh, the flavor, or the juice. Also, don't mind the mess. This is country living at its best. They should make a sign. I need a sign in my kitchen that says that. There's probably also noise in the background because there's always somebody running in and out. Alright, I'm actually going to save this seed. Alright, so let me wash my hands. See, I don't know, I did quite a few peaches, but look at the juice from those peaches. Beautiful. It's like a red, beautiful juice. Alright, we're going to put this on the stove. I'm going to move you guys over and we're going to watch it cook. Alright, I don't know if you can see right here, but I have it set at 2. So that's kind of just a little bit more than low. We don't want our peaches to burn, so low and slow is the way for that. Now if you can see what I got going on over here, this is dog food because wet dog food is way too expensive. It's not good for your dogs. If you guys would like to see how I make my own homemade dog food, comment below and I'll let you know. While we're waiting for this to heat up, I'm going to get all of my ingredients ready. Alright, the first thing I got is some pure cane sugar. I just prefer to use this over the more processed sugar. I got it in here in this plastic bag because of weevils. It's weevil proof. If you live in the country, you know, am I right? Okay. I'm going to cut. Okay, I got a cup of sugar. I doubt if I'll use all that because these peaches are so sweet. But I'd rather have a little bit extra than not enough. I could always just store it in the refrigerator. I'm actually making brown sugar. One time I went to make something, didn't have brown sugar. I'm too lazy to go to the store. So I went online and found that brown sugar, 1 cup of sugar, 1 tablespoon of molasses, and you have yourself some brown sugar. The best tasting brown sugar. I do not go back. I don't buy brown sugar now. Unless for some reason I'm making a big batch of something and I'm just too lazy. Most of the time, this is how I make my brown sugar now. And this is the molasses that I use. We're going to add, I actually add a little bit more than 1 tablespoon of molasses because I just love it. It adds so much flavor. So when I grocery shop, anything that says since 1800 or the early 1900s, that's what I buy. I'm going to come in here with a big old heaping. Okay. Just add a tiny bit more. The more you add, it's just the darker it is. Because you know in the stores there's light brown sugar and there's dark brown sugar. So the more you would add of the molasses, the darker it would get. In this video, this is the only thing you're ever going to see me actually measure out. The way I cook is I add stuff until my ancestors tell me to stop. I do it all by flavor. I don't want this super sweet. I just want to add a little bit of brown sugar to it. We're going to be adding some cinnamon. I'm going to add a little bit of butter to it right now. And unless you're making something like bread or something like that, I find with cooking that as long as it's somewhere near the amount, you're okay. Like If I don't have enough butter in here, I'll just add a little bit more later on. It's not that big of a deal. This, I'm just going to add a little bit of salt. This is Redmond's. Redmond's for life, baby. And the salt brings out some flavor. Now, are we ready for some real fun right now? Okay, if you've ever mixed this, let me know how you do it if you have found an easier way. The only way that I have found that's the easiest is like this. Probably would have been easier in a bowl, but I'm too lazy to wash multiple items, so we're just going to do it right here in this. You want to make sure that you're really getting it mixed all the way to the bottom. I've tried all kinds of utensils, and it doesn't do it. What you want to do is you want to basically, try not to get it all over your stove, but pinch it. You're just kind of pinching it together, and then that is what's really, I'm just kind of getting it all off the sides, and just kind of pinching it all together. Stirring just doesn't seem to work for me. I guess if you have a mixing bowl, something like that. I mean, if I'm doing something a lot, then I'll get a mixer bowl out or my food processor, but again, I don't like dishes. But I mean, look at that. Look at that. It's beautiful. Beautiful golden color. Whatever I do not use, I will just put in a Ziploc bag and put into the refrigerator. Alright, and I can see it's just now starting to bubble. Still set on number 2, low and slow. And I'm going to squeeze a little bit of lemon juice in there. Alright, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to do this at the sink so I don't make a big mess, but I'm going to take some of the juice and just drain it into here, because this is what I'm going to be adding my cornstarch to pour it back in and to thicken it up. I'm going to pour a little bit of the juice in here, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have about a half a cup in here. I'm just going to set this to the side for right now. And this is just where your personal preference comes in. I love cinnamon, so I'm going to start with about that much. Mix it in. Oh, it smells so good. Alright, now I'm going to give it a little taste and see how much sugar we want to add. Very good. I'm going to start out with about a heaping tablespoon. Okay, I'm going to give it another little taste. Okay. I'm going to go with about a half now. And I'm going to add a little bit more cinnamon. I'm going to actually start turning it down to low. I'm about a 1 now, halfway between the 2 and low. A little bit more, not too much. I don't want to get too much in there. A little bit more cinnamon. I tell you, I love the cinnamon. And it's just all pretty much your own preference and what you like. And I think that's pretty much going to do it. We're going to get ready to grab that measuring cup that had the half a cup of peach juice in it. I think that's perfect. Not too sweet. Okay, can we see that right there? We can. Alright, so I'm going to take that half a cup of peach juice. If you do have enough peach juice, you could do water. And I'm just using this brand of, I'm going to put about a tablespoon of cornstarch in there. I might add a little more. If you don't have enough peach juice and you use the water, after you add this in and it thickens up, you want to taste it again, because sometimes the water will take some of your flavor out. Even with the peach juice, I'm going to go and taste it again. Okay, And now I'm going to turn this back up to, we're going to start out at 2. I might turn it back down. But we want to make sure that it's got a nice little bubble. Or at least it's starting to bubble. I think I'm going to add just about a little bit more of cornstarch. This is where it gets a little tricky because if you don't have enough cornstarch, it's not going to thicken up enough. And then I'll have to get some water and add it too. So I'd rather have a little too much than not enough because we don't have to add all this. We're just going to add a little at a time. So we're at about, I would say about almost 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and a half a cup of juice. I think that's good. Okay, and now that it's starting to bubble, I'm actually going to turn it back down to about 1. You can see all my cornstarch didn't get mixed in, so I'm going to give it one more stir. Okay, and then I'm just going to slowly, we're going to add about half to start with. And if it's, I don't think it's thickening up enough, then I can go ahead and add a little bit more cornstarch. Oh no, it looks like that's good. It's really starting to thicken already. Alright, I'm going to add just a little bit more. I don't think I'm going to need to add any more cornstarch. I think it's okay, but... And then also you can, the longer you let it boil, it will condense down more. It tastes so good. I think that's going to be good. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add the rest. And then by the time it cools down, it should thicken up to the consistency that I want. Oh, perfect. That's so perfect. We're going to turn it off. As it cools, it will thicken up a little also. So you just got to thicken it now too, the way you like. As you can see, it's just kind of dripping off the spoon a little bit. Flavor's still good. Alright, that's it. We're going to turn it off and let it set. Alright guys, so this is how our peach filling turned out. I wish I would add some more cornstarch to it so it was a little thicker, but it's really good. So now we're going to make a peach cobbler ice cream sundae. So we got our ice cream. I'm going to take some of the peach topping, put that on top. Some more cream. Some crushed pecans, and then these are just crushed up vanilla wafers. You could use graham crackers or whatever your choice is, but how good does that look? Alright, gonna take a little taste, and then we're also gonna have Joseph give it a taste test. He's not the biggest lover of fruit, so we'll see how he likes that. Very good. Very good.
Oh hey guys, welcome back. We have a butter, what is it called, Mom? Peach cobbler. Yeah. Yeah, it's called peach cobbler sundae. Alright. Surprising okay.
Never bite it?
Yeah, and a banana wafers.
Are you done with that?
Yeah, I didn't like it. No, back to where I was at. Now I got. Okay, fine.
Don't make a mess, okay?
lot on there today. This is what the ice cream looks like. Yeah, comment below what your favorite ice cream is, and like and subscribe. Alright, bye everyone.